Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma. If this is your first time stopping by this channel, you're very much welcome. And to everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far, I am so grateful that you decided to stick with me. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I drafted out the pattern for this overbust. Well, I call it an overbust corset because it actually starts from the bust. Oh well, how I drafted out this corset blouse with a separate bustier. So I saw this blouse, I loved it, and here is my attempt at recreating it. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. So I have my basic bodice block already drafted out, my chest line, bust point line, under bust line, waist line, the top length, and then for the top length I'm going to be using my hip circumference measurement divided by 4 because this is half pattern. I'm drafting out half pattern of this. So from my shoulder to the top length is 24 inches. So that's going to be the length of this blouse. So now I am connecting with a curve from my waist all the way down to the length. So I don't want it to be sharp straight. That's why I'm using a curve at that lower part. So I'll go ahead to mark out my bust circumference measurement divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2, 4. I'll mark it on my bust point, under bust, waistline, and the length of the top. So I'll just connect it with a straight ruler all the way down. So after drawing out the straight line, I'm going to take my dart measurement. So toward the midpoint, I'll be taking ½ inch, and then toward the side on the waistline, I'm going to be going out by 0.75 inches. So ½ inch toward the midpoint and 0.75 inches toward the side on the waistline. So I'm going to connect it with like an inverted V all the way to the bust point, and then I'm going to connect it to the top length. So now on the bust point line, I'm going to be taking my side dart now. So I'll go down by 1.5 inches. So you know this, my front shoulder to waist is 17 inches, back shoulder to waist is 15.5 inches. So 17 minus 15.5 is 1.5. So that's how I get my bust dart. So moving on to my shoulder, to get my shoulder dart, before I do that, I'll just measure my shoulder line and I'll divide it by 2. So I'll mark the midpoint of that shoulder line and then I'll connect it straight down to meet the bust point. So before I go on to mark out the shoulder darts, after connecting it straight this way, I'm just going to go up on the armhole. So you know the blouse doesn't really come from under the armpits just like this. It has like a small arch. So I'm just going to go up by 2 inches from the armhole point, from that armpit midpoint. And then I will that's where the neck swoop is going to start from. So I'll just connect that as a straight line and then I would mark that point there. So I hope you get what I'm saying. So going on to take the shoulder darts now, I'm going to go ahead and first of all slash open the shoulder line, that shoulder dart line that I just marked out. I'll slash it open so that it gives me enough room to close my side dart. So now closing the side dart, I'll be closing it from the top, that's from the bust point line all the way down, so not the other way. So after closing it, there's a bit of shortage on the side, so I'll just use my curve rule to just complete that shortage, and I'll just use a pin to hold it in place for now because I'll be opening it up later. So going to the shoulder dart, so this space now has been created from closing down the side dart. So I'll measure the space from one slashed point to the other side. So I'll just take that again, I'll measure that space up there, and then whatever I have there, which is 3 inches, I'll divide it by 2. So if you're doing this, it might not be the same for you, it might not be the same measurement. So that 3 inches divided by 2 is 1.5, and then I'll mark that 1.5 on one side. Just watch what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So I'll connect from my bust point all the way to the top. So I measured the space in between, I divided it by 2, and then what I got, which was 1.5, I marked it on one side of the shoulder. So I'm going to just measure what I have on that line, which is, let's just call that line the neck depth line. So the dart that passes through that neck depth line is about ½ inches. So I'll just mark it on the other side. I'll just replicate what I have on one side of this shoulder on the other side of the shoulder, just like this. I hope it's clear enough. So I'm going to be closing that point. So by the time I close it up, there's going to be some shortage on the armhole part. So I'm just going to mark those dart points, which is half inch, and then I'll add it to make up 1 inch, and I'll replace it on the shoulder, just like when you take your princess dart bustier and you have to replace the armhole. So I'll replace it on the armhole rather, not shoulder. So I'm just going to add that 1 inch, and then I'll connect it with a straight line, and then I'll use my curve rule to just replace it and connect it down into the armhole point, just like this. So that being done, I'm just going to go ahead and work on the design that is on the lower part. So it has like some small wavy curves. So whatever it is you want to do at this point, you can go ahead to do. You can leave it straight. You can make like a basque waistline. Just freestyle with whatever it is you feel like doing. So I just decided to replicate what I saw from the inspiration. So after doing all this, I'm just going to go ahead and draw some lines for like my boning channels. So on that waistline, from where my dart stops to where the end of my waist curve is, I'm going to divide that point into 2, and then I'll mark it down, and then I'll connect from the top line all the way straight down, passing through that division at the waistline and all the way to the end. It doesn't have to be very straight. So on that waistline, that new line that I've just passed through the waistline, I will go on each side by 0.25 inches. So I'm doing this because I want to just snatch about half inch or 1 inch from my waist. So I'm just going to go on each side by 0.25 inches and then connect it just like I'm making a regular dart. So if you don't want to snatch anything off your waist, you can just draw straight lines and just cut it across. You don't have to take off any inches from your waist. So after doing this, I'm just drawing some other straight lines to just indicate where I'll be passing my bones through. So now I'm going ahead to work on the neck part to get that canoe neck swoop. So from that point, that 2 inches I went up by on the armhole line, I'm just going to connect it with a curve all the way to the bust point, just like you saw in the picture there. So before I do that, I'll go ahead and close up the shoulder darts. So I'll close it up on one side and on the other side, and then I'll try to match those lines together. So I'll match the lines to be the same, for them to just align, so that by the time I'm sewing it, I will not have issues of maybe shortage or anything. So I'll just bring in my curve ruler and I'll connect from that 2-inch point on the armhole just into the bust point line. So not just to the midpoint, I'm just going to connect it somewhere to the bust point line, and then making sure all the other lines are matching. When I open it up, it doesn't look aligned, but trust me, when you're sewing it, everything is just going to be perfect. So after drawing out this neckline, I'm not going to cut it out yet. I'll go ahead and work on the bustier part first. So the bustier, I have drafted out the pattern already. It is the same thing that was drafted out on the main blouse. That's the same thing I did here, the same shoulder dart, the same side dart. The only difference here is that it stops at the under bust, and I haven't taken under bust darts here. So for this one, I'll be doing like an under bust tightening. I'll go on the right side, that's toward the midpoint. I'll go in by 1 inch, and toward the side I'll go out by 1.5 inches. Yes, so at the top you can decide to do an overbust tightening here. That's even very much advisable. So but I'm just going to be working with the same shoulder that I had done on the main body of the blouse. So after marking this out, I'm just going to make the designs in front. You can use a bra cup for this. You just do your normal bustier. So now, you know the swoop of this, the neck swoop, I'm calling it a swoop. The neck depth starts, it goes all the way from the armhole to the bust point, right? And then the bustier carries the rest of the bust area. So I'm not going to be starting mine from that point. I'm going to be going up from that bust point. So I'm just trying to like conceal a bit of the bust area. So I'm going to go up from the bust point by 1 inch, and then I'll start from that point to make my V. It has a slight V, so I'll just connect it, and try to make the design just like you're seeing here. See the V that they have in front. It started from the bust point line. So me, I went up by 1 inch, and then I started my V from that 1 inch point I went up by. So I'm just trying to make the design here, and then after making it, I'm just going to curve the sides of the bust area. So I'll just use my curve ruler to connect from the side of that my dart, the one going toward the side. I'll connect it with a curve into the armhole. So after connecting it that way, this is just all the parts that I've drawn out. So I'm just going to go ahead and slash open my shoulder dart because I have to close the side dart. I was supposed to do that before even connecting with a curve. So I would slash open my shoulder dart. Please just watch what I'm doing. I might not be presenting it well with my words, but please just pay attention to what you're seeing on the screen. So I'm also going to replace the shoulder dart I have and connect it into the armhole. This is just almost the same thing I did when I was drafting out the body of the blouse on the other paper. So I'm just connecting into the armhole, replacing the dart. I'll connect the line straight because I'll be cutting the rest of the other part up. I'll be cutting it out. So now, after doing that, I'm just going to close this, and then I'll redo the design I have on the top. So after closing it, I'm just going to make the design properly. I had already done it before, but I'm just going to bolden it. Sorry if it's a bit faint here. So now I'm just trying to redo the design for the neck part. So you can decide to do whatever it is you want to do at this point. You can make it just round, you can make a straight V, or you can just make it straight like a rectangle or something, just whatever it is. So I'm just going to make that design and connect it into that new armhole point, and then I will go ahead and close my side dart. So I'm opening up the shoulder dart so I can close the side dart now. So this is the first thing I should have done, but so I'll just close it now, and then I'm just going to reconnect with my curve rule just to make up for the lines that are no longer aligned. Now after closing it, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So just watch the point I'll be cutting out. So for that midpoint, you know the point where I have the edge of the pattern paper, where my measurement started from, the midpoint of the paper. On the under bust line, I didn't curve it like I curved this other side. You know, if you're making like a bra cup, maybe you want to make like a corset and you're trying to make a bra cup with your fabric, you're going to curve out this other midpoint. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I left my own straight because I'm going to be cutting my fabric out as one piece. The middle part is going to be one piece, but then the other side is going to be two separate pieces. I hope that makes sense at all. So now I'm done cutting out this, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the main body of the blouse. So I'm just going to cut out everything I drafted, cutting from the neckline into the armhole and then throughout the rest of the top, just like you're seeing me do here. So after cutting out the sides, I'm going to take out the pin I had used to hold down the bust dart, and then I'll just be using a tape to just secure it in place because I'll be cutting through that bust dart and I don't want to have a lot of pieces flying around by the time I'm done. So I'll just cut out the main dart here, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other smaller dart, and I'm not going to be slashing through those lines, the other two small lines that I drew on the side. I'm not going to be slashing through them, so I'm just going to have just 3 pieces. I'm labeling 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm marking arrows to indicate where I'm going to be connecting each piece to. So So now I'm just showing you every piece I have cut out. So bringing in the bustier and then showing the rest of the blouse. So now this is it for the drafting of the front. I'm going to go ahead and draft the back pattern. So this is my basic back pattern already drafted out. I have my chest line, my bust point line, which is really not needed here. I have my waistline, and then I have the top length. So from my shoulder to waist is 15.5 inches on the back. This is almost basic knowledge now. And then I'm going to take my dart measurements. So my bust span divided by 2, I will be marking 4 on the chest line, on the waistline, and on the top length. And then I'm going to connect it with a straight ruler all the way down. So the back is pretty simple. There's not really much going on here. So on the waistline, I'll be taking the same way I took my dart measurements for the front. I went on one side, the side toward the midpoint of the back, I went in by ½ inch, and then toward the side, I went out by 0.75, just like I did for the front. And then I'm just going to connect all the points together. So I just want a little snatched effect. That's why I'm going on the side by 0.75 inches instead of the regular half inches, right? So I'm just bringing in the front side piece so that I can use it to mark out the curve for this my back part. So I'm just going to trace it out. So after tracing it out, the lower part of the back is just going to be straight. Unlike the front part that has those wavy designs, the lower part will just be straight. Now I'm going to the top. I'm just going to slightly slant it from the armhole into the midpoint. So I'm just going, let's just say I went down by ½ inch on the midpoint on my chest line, and then I just made a slight slant from the armhole down. On the midpoint of the back, that edge of the pattern paper is the midpoint of the back. So I'm going to go in on the top part by 1.5 inches, and on the lower part I went in by 1 inch to just give a slight curve. So you can go in by 2 inches on the top and then maybe 1.5 inch on the lower part, depends on you. So I'm just going to mark those small holes there just to indicate where my corset loops will be, and after doing that I'm just going to cut it out. So after cutting it out, these are all the pieces I've cut out: the front pieces, the bustier, and then the back piece. So now the fabrics I'm going to be using for this, I'm going to be using this Ankara fabric to cut out the bustier just to give it a different look. So this is satin, and I'll be using this satin to cut out all the pieces. So this is going to serve as the lining piece. And then this crepe fabric, this is a non-stretchy crepe. I've gone ahead to iron out hairstay on it, and I'm going to be using this to do like a fabric placement for this blouse. So there are some lines on the actual inspiration, and those lines did not make itself. So I'll just be showing you a bit of how I was able to make those lines. So I just marked out about 0.75 inches lines with a distance of about 0.75 inches, and then I connected it straight all the way to the lower part, just straight lines down with a distance of 0.75 inches. And then I took it to my machine and I sewed it down. So I had already done some at this point, so I'll just pick one of the lines that I had drawn. I'll just pick a little bit of it. There's no, maybe just, you're just going to sew it down by maybe 1.1 inch, right? Something like that. So I'm just going to hold it down like I'm holding down a dart. So I'll just hold it down very tiny, just a very tiny line. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how it looks up close. So this is how it's looking. Please, I'm going to highly recommend that you skip this step because this is stressful, except you really want to make it exactly as it is, and you haven't found a fabric that already has these pleats made on them, then you can go ahead and do this. But if not, please skip this step. So that's it for the cutting of this top. This video is already too long, so in my next video I'm going to be showing you how I sewed everything and how I finished making this top. So please, if you watched up to this point, please do well to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos and when I post the sewing video for this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.